Hi, good morning, good afternoon. I'm a bit nervous because in this life I'm gonna talk about something that is that really bothers me for a long time. And I'm gonna do it in English because that's more fluent for me in English. So, hi Noah, good morning. What I'm gonna talk about is work. Having to have a job, having to work, that we have to work most of our day in order to make a living. That in this country, in this state, in Israel, it became really, really too much, um, too distorted, and that we should take a look at it. We should really, really, really take a look at it and decide what we think about it. We should stop what we do and stop how we behave right now, each and every one of us. And we need to decide whether we accept or not what is going on, because what's happening right now is that we literally waste our time, and the right now is the only thing that we really have. We waste it in order to just be. If I want to be alive in this country, I need to spend a lot of time working. And when I work, I'm not being right now, because I'm being what I'm planning on doing with this money, and I'm being my worries about the future and my fears of the past, and I'm being everything that uh, that is not just being right now. And I'm not talking about people that their job is their passion and that they would do that even for free, and even if wake them up in the middle of the night. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the majority of the people that wake up in the morning and have to go to work, that spend all their time during the day, have to keep on working. And I'm talking about the people that wait 5 days for the weekend to feel alive. I'm talking about the people that wait from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. just to get to breathe and to have their beer and to have the social life and to actually be themselves, because they can't do it during the whole day. I'm talking about the people that wait and save money during the year in order to have 2 weeks of freedom in their lives. I'm talking about all those people that actually we don't get to live, to have a real life. We live from one weekend to other weekend, and from one vacation to other vacation. And in between, we actually sell the only thing that we have, which is time, to the society, to a system. And what I want to say is there isn't someone bad or evil that makes it happen, and we should all rebel and conquer the seat of throne and then and throw them away. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that first we need to wake up and to realize that job and work and all this concept is no longer relevant. We don't need to see it as something that is functional in this life. We don't need to see it as, oh, things are perfect. I've got to work and I have a job. And no, if you have to work just to make a living, it's wrong, especially in the amount of time that we work um, in this country. And it's not to make you quit your job and be very frustrated about how things are and to fight. It's not about that. It's just to wake everyone up to see that job is distorted. I mean, all the concept of job is as a distorted type of reality. We needed it long ago. We really needed to have a job. We needed to have careers. We needed to have the manufacturers and everything that we had. We needed it so that technology can evolve, and so that people's mind can evolve more, and so that everything can actually work better. But right now we don't need it anymore. I don't know how you call it, but the wheels in the bicycle that you need at the beginning to roll, you don't need to keep them forever. there is a point that we need to throw them away and to start rolling by ourselves. And that is the point that we start need to see that having to have a job, when we have to have a job, it's wrong. Because there are concepts, for example, Venus project that has a whole plan for the planet, a global plan, how everyone is quit working and have everything they need. We have already those plans that taking care of most of the uh, aspects of life and solve it. But more than that, I want you to see something. We are more than what we think we are. And we are frequencies of energy. Basically, we're energy. This is what we are. And when we deal with things that are not spiritual, not uh, magical, we waste our energy to the vast. We just send our energy to somewhere else. Um, I tell you a little bit about myself. I don't work right now. I mean, I have the job that I do, but it's not. I don't do it all the time, and it's really something with kids that I really like. And I found myself in this way of living that I have less money that I could have if I would have worked, right? And I'm in this place that I don't want to cooperate with something that I don't believe in. And right now, I don't believe in work. I don't believe in it. I do, I work. I go to work and I do what I need. But deep inside, or not that deep, I know that it's not supposed to be like that. I know that there is something else that we should all look up onto and look forward to. And if we don't, if all of us just say, oh, that's perfect the way it is, we won't move to the next phase. And the next phase is having no need of job, any kind of job, for anyone, not just for me, for anyone. We need to get bored. We need to actually sit and say, I have nothing to do. And in that point, we start to invent our lives. Because all the science started from people that gaze in the air and start to think, what is going on? And right now, we can't do that because we are actually busy in working and make a living. I can't just gaze into the air. Maybe I can do that for 15 minutes, but I can't a whole day spend a whole day gazing and saying, what the hell is going on? And so we got into the point as humanity that having to have a job is taking us backward right now and not forward, because it's like our minds are distracted, and we don't get to have the power of creativity that we really have as a humanity, as a species. We don't get to have that. We are busy doing things that are not important, because having the next amazing app on Android is not that amazing. Yeah, hi. What I want to say is that we deal with the wrong things because our mind is distracted. We start thinking that it is important to have to write something in the newspaper, or to invent something that is like the next app, or to have a bigger house or a bigger car, or to go on a vacation. I'm not talking about making enough money to go on a vacation. I'm talking about living a life that the life itself is like a vacation, because you actually are alive. You actually get to do what you want to do. You actually get to create what you want to create. We are magical beings, if you want to believe it or not. We are something that is a big question mark that we don't know. We're focusing, and we do it as a society. We are focusing on 0.0001% of matter that we really are. This is all what we got. When you say, but I'm a realistic. There is job and there is this food that you need to eat, and I'm saying, yeah, okay, then be a real realistic. And a real realistic sees that everything that we call physical, everything that we call matter, is actually just 0.00001% of what there is. The rest of it is 9.999% nothing. We don't know what we are made of. All of our science and everything that we have is knows only just 0.0001% of what there is. So, and we are focusing on that. And we should stop. We got into a point that technology can back us up. We can have robots. We have smart tech that can actually make our lives better, and we can actually stop taking care of survival. And I want you to go to Venus Project and Google Venus Project, for example, that have all those plans to a better life, or utopic life, which is not utopic at all, because we can actually make those life happen. If we have this open, if we open our mind and we realize that the way that things are right now is necessary for right now, but is not idyllic, and we should go farther than that in our mind. So you go do a Venus Project on Google and you make some reading, and you realize that there are alternatives and great ones to make a living, a real one. But when we stop thinking as things as material and realistic and the frame of thinking that we used to, we get to open our mind and realize that we are all magic. We're all light, we're all magic, and we are all energy, frequencies of energy. And when we start focusing on that, we start to realize that we can work magic. That flying to the moon is um, is first uh, um, is for kids. Telepathic reading is just the beginning. Remote viewing is just the beginning. Moving and communicating with outer terrestrial beings, for example, it's just kindergarten play. But we can't do it because right now we're focusing only on 0.0001% of what there is, and we are not focusing on the rest of it. So having a job, it's okay. Of course, I have a job too. It's okay. We need that. But we also need to see that there is a voice right there inside of every one of us that knows that having to have a job is wrong. That it's something, it's like parking in the middle. We are stuck, and we need to continue evolving. We don't need to say, oh, that's enough. I get to have weekends off, and I get to have 2 or 3 weeks a year in a vacation, and I get to have my kids. I get to take my kids to fine school. We don't need to say this is enough. No, we need to say, okay, this is for now, right now. It's okay, but I know that there is something much, 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 much better that I can look upon to, because it is true. We just, all of us just need to know that what there is right now is just something that is happening right now and is necessary right now. But we don't need to say, oh, that's all there is, because there is more, much more. And I feel sometimes like a pioneer, because I don't agree on be satisfied by it. And I'm struggling, because not using the concept of work right now, nowadays, makes life really less comfortable, because I don't get to have my own apartment, I don't get to own a car, I don't get to go on a vacation, I don't get to do the things, for example, that people do, that people that have a job do. But I believe in what I do. I really, really, really think that having a job is is something distorted that we need to get over with. And so I cooperate with this the less that I can, um, and so it's not an easy path. It's not something that is easy, but it's something that I believe in, and it's something that I do from the bottom of my heart. And I do work, and I don't blame, and I don't judge. I don't think that someone is bad and evil by keeping our jobs available. No, not at all. But I do think that we all need to wake up and to realize that concept is wrong. We should wake up and realize that the only thing that we have here is our time. I don't know what will happen in 5 minutes. Maybe I'll cross the road in 5 minutes, and a car will run, like, and I'll be dead. I don't know. Maybe I'll live for 100 years more. I don't know. The only thing that I do know is right now I'm alive. And if right now I waste this time on just making money, the money that I will use next year, it's wrong. Especially if I don't like doing what I'm doing. So I just want you to take a look at it and start thinking and ask yourself, do you accept that as an idea? Do you agree with this idea? And start explore and start see what are the alternatives, if there is alternatives. And of course, we can get to be the magical beings that we really are, the true essence of what we really are, either if we work and if we don't work, and if we because the circumstance doesn't really matter for us to be what we truly are, and for us to see that we are love, and that we are divine, and that we are love, and that we are magical. But we can also see the way things are right now is wrong. We can also see that, and we can also start to explore and start to read more and share more ideas. Start sharing the ideas that we need to find something. We need to find a replacement, a fine replacement for having a job and having a career, and the capitalism and everything that is preventing us from being right here, right now, doing the magics that we really know to do, focusing on the 9.999% vastness that is in the universe, starting to explore. And uh, 3,000 years ago, people used to do that. There were philosophers and spiritual leaders, and the people and monks, people that were sitting and just exploring the inner world that is not yet explored, not even by the finest technology right now. So I wish you a very good day. Go wherever you're going, to your job, to your career, to the office, to your day off, to the vacation, I don't know why, where you're going. And start asking yourself who you are and why you are doing what you're doing. And is there any alternative to that? And if you do that, I did what I wanted to I made happen what I wanted to make happen in this video. Because we are light, and we are magic, and we are energetical beings, and we are much more than just physical, visual aspect of reality. And I love you, and I wish you the best, and take care, and bye bye.